What's happening?
Not much, man. What you been up to?
Not much. Just teaching today and just getting ready, getting pumped up. Only a couple weeks away. Well, 2.5 weeks.
Yeah, are you excited?
Yeah, man, I was so pumped up to be a part of one of the most stacked cards of the year.
Yeah, it's probably one of the most stacked cards like in my history of watching UFC. I don't know, maybe like older cards or not, but I'm excited, man.
Yeah.
Are you excited to be on the same card with your boy Shane Burgos?
Yeah, with him, with Lyman. Always awesome when I have my teammates fighting on the same card as me. Always gets me pumped up, builds a lot of camaraderie, and it's pretty awesome.
Yeah. Did you know anything about your opponent prior to accepting the fight?
Yeah, I've seen him fight a couple times now, and he's the next tough task in front of me, and I just can't wait to get in there and scrap.
Yeah. Do you have any like predictions, or are you just gonna go in there and go with the flow?
I'm just gonna go in there and go with the flow, whatever the fight takes, goes. I'm just looking to have my hand raised in victory at the end.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to that. I remember your last fight against Rosa. You caught him with that crazy ass head kick, man.
Yeah.
Were you trying to set that up, or did it just the opening just was right there, so you took it?
It was just an opening that was there. I had caught him in the previous round. I think it might be second or first round. They hit him with that flush head kick, and he took it like a champ. And then third round, I was like, all right, let's do this again. And then after our body's feeling tired and everything, and then it's like boom, slanted flush.
I played DraftKings. I had you in DraftKings. I was like, let's go.
Did I win you money?
You won me like $8 probably.
All right. At least I won you something.
Oh, yeah. I've only put in 4, so hey, I doubled my money.
There you go.
Speaking of Burgos and Lyman, what's it like training at Tiger Schulman's?
We've been at this for years on the Tiger Schulman's because it's actually an accomplishment in itself in Tiger Schulman's because we were all pretty much started in Tiger Schulman's and they brought us to the UFC level under their instruction. And, as we've come up as teammates, they're like brothers to me. And we constantly see each other on the mat. We're freaking putting just sweat, hard work, bleeding on that mat. It's like, we're all connected. We're all just a big family, which is great.
That's really cool to hear that. I always like to ask people that to like see like how they feel about their team. Normally it's always like they feel like a family, but it's always nice to hear that you guys are humble and everything.
Yeah, look, we have like a mix of, I'd say like almost 40 years of experience or more, and we've all been under the same roof and same team for the entire time. So it's great because then we're all watching each other grow, went from amateurs to then pros to now look at the elite level like the UFC. Mm-hmm. It's amazing to see.
Are there any prospects that you guys have that haven't been on the UFC scene yet?
Well, we have a couple of prospects that they're kind of going towards the end of their amateur career. We have one who's going to make his pro debut, Danny Ramirez. Call him Danny Boy. He's going to be fighting at flyweight. But kid's, it's a monster, knocking everyone out in the amateurs. So, he finally got the okay to go pro. Then we have another kid, Justin Musalia, who's still an amateur. I think he's going to do one more fight, and then he's probably going to go pro after that. We got a bunch of other up-and-comers who are following that same path. They're doing everything. They're doing kickboxing, amateur MMA, boxing, and just so they're well-rounded and they're ready to go when they go into the pro level.
Right. You did boxing before you started doing MMA, right?
No, I started in amateur MMA. Then I did kickboxing, and then I did the New York City Golden Gloves. Yeah, it was the best experience ever.
Yeah, I bet being able to master just everything.
Yeah. You
said you were training today, like you were the coach.
Yeah, like I'm teaching class right now. Today's kind of like my rest day after putting a grueling week of training. So I get to rest, and I'm just at my school teaching right now. It's in Bayside, Queens.
That's where you grew up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. How did you get involved, into mixed martial arts and Tiger Schulman's and all that?
For me, it started I was a very fat and out of shape kid, and my older sister, her name's Kathy. She brought me into Tiger Schulman. She's like, she knew that I wasn't really taking a liking to like other sports. I wanted to do something that was gonna, hold myself accountable for how I progressed. And then she brought me here, and then from there on, I fell in love with it. And 18 years later, I'm here.
Here you are.
Yeah.
Outside of Trent, you said you have like a regular job too?
Yeah, I teach at the school.
Oh, what do you teach? Like, what do you teach?
So like this is a high school. It's in Bayside, Queens. The Tiger Schulman's in Bayside, Queens, and I teach I teach mixed martial arts. I teach from kickboxing to jiu-jitsu for the average person who wants to either get in shape, learn self-defense, learn some jiu-jitsu. So it's you know we don't run a fight school, but people are learning how to really protect themselves. And I'm like the 1% that kind of took it to that next level.
Yeah, it sounds like you're doing a lot of training then. Do you ever get like time to do like other things?
Yeah, during the weekends, I take a day off during the week where I take off from training and from teaching, and I kind of just get to go visit family, spend time with my girlfriend, and just like do other activities here and there, just to kind of distract me from the constant grind of training and then teaching martial arts, and just like takes me out of that lifestyle for like a second, which feels good, and then I jump back into it fresh, ready to go again.
Yeah. So you got a little routine going then, you're saying. Yeah. Do you watch like other cards? Like, are you like a fan of like everything?
Yeah, I'm a fan of it, unless they're like in the other side of the world, which they start at like 6 a.m. and I'm just like I'm still asleep by then.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And I'll rewatch them later.
Do you have any favorite fighters like outside of your division?
Outside my division, there's just like so much talent. You can only like for me, like I just appreciate all the different types of um like what they're bringing, because the sport's evolving so much, and the fact that everyone's putting in work to just get to that high level. So it's like every fighter on that card is just so well respected because what they're just bringing. Because from every fight that I'm watching, I'm picking up new things that I'm like, oh, let me try that. Let me try that. That was cool. Let me try that. So whether in my division, other divisions, I think they're all everyone's pretty awesome in my book right now.
Yeah, that's awesome. Do you watch like all MMA? Really?
Yeah, I watch all MMA. I try to watch baseball, and I'm like, I need somebody to get hit right now.
Do you watch other sports like football and basketball then?
I try to, like here and there. I'm not like a crazy fanatic. I watch it, like if I'm with some friends and they want to watch the football game or this and that, I'll sit down. I'm down for it. I'm down to learn about it. But then, like in my mind, I'm like, man, this guy's running towards me like that. I'm gonna take that dude down and choke him.
That'd be ridiculous if a running back was going at a linebacker and they were like, man, forget that, and you took him down.
Just turn it over and just choke him out.
That'd be all over Sports Center. What is something you do like after your fights are over? Like, what's the first thing you do after all the hard work's done and you got time to just like chill, basically?
I just find a good food spot and I go have a delicious meal, and it all changes every time. A good that has like good food and a good dessert to back it up.
Yeah. Do you go to do you try to go to different restaurants like when you're at different states or whatever you want to call it?
Yeah. Like when I fought in Utica, there was this place called Dinosaur Barbecue, and I had one of the people that were helping us, like get ready and kind of treating us through fight week. He went and got Dinosaur Barbecue for me, and then that was like the most delicious thing. And visiting other places, you scout out the places to go while you're there.
That's dope. That's dope. Have you ever what's like the worst injury you've like suffered in a fight that you had to work through?
Luckily, knock on wood, no crazy injuries. Yeah, but like I know like in my last fight at the last time I fought at the Garden, it was like it was like a bloody mess. It wasn't really an injury, it was like a small cut here, and it just happened to just pour an insane amounts of blood out of me. But other than that, luckily, nothing major. So thankful for that. Of course, your usual like nagging injuries, like you're sore shoulders, this, that, but it's nothing that's like, keeping me from being able to train.
Mhm. I've always wondered what it was like when you have like just a face full of blood. Like, Is it hard to like see that other person, or are you kind of still just like focused and locked in?
Still focused, but it's just like annoying because a couple times you have to be like, just like you have to make space and make sure you don't get hit while you're wiping your face from the blood.
Mm-hmm.
But it's pretty interesting experience because it's like you can't grab. It's hard to grab people. It's hard to control them because you're slipping because of all the blood. It's crazy.
Yeah. You got Burgos taking on Macklin and Miracani.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think of that matchup after him beating Cub Swanson?
Well, one, like I give it to Shane. Shane's freaking dude's a beast because
Really?
he's a ranked fighter, and I know he was hoping to get like a high ranked opponent, which helps him move up. And taking this fight, like every opponent is dangerous, but he's like, I just want to fight. I just want to freaking fight. So it's like, look, if this guy took the fight, it's like, I'll do it. I just want to fight because he doesn't want to sit on the sidelines and wait for these guys when there's someone there ready chomping at the bits to fight. So like, look, every opponent's dangerous, but he's like, I'm gonna go for this. Like, you can't be the best. Like he said, I can't be the best in the world if I'm just avoiding people. I'm gonna fight him. Like, I'm gonna fight him, finish him, and then I keep moving on.
Yeah, I definitely got him winning that one. That's all I gotta say about that.
Yeah.
Do you have a pick in the main event on the UFC 244?
I don't want to pick, but I'm always a fan of Diaz.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's a great fight. It's gonna be a great scrap. Respect to both of them.
Yeah, you're definitely gonna be in the back watching that whole card when you're done.
Well, I'm like the third fight of the night, so I like that.
Oh man, you're gonna be chilling then watching all of them.
Exactly.
That's crazy, the third fight of the night, because that's like a firefight, you guys. So that just shows you like how stacked that card really is. Like, we could talk all day, like Derek Lewis, freaking Darren Till.
Like, the who's is on that card.
The who's who's are gonna be in the building.
Mm-hmm.
When fighting in the Contender Series, because you fought in the Contender Series,
yeah,
and then transferring to the UFC, how different was that? Because of like how quiet it was and stuff like that.
Yeah, it was interesting. Actually, it was like I would say like starstruck, because not really starstruck. Kind of starstruck is the fact that I finally made it to the big stage. And going from Contender Series where it's like you hear no sound, you're in the tough gym, it's quiet, and then all of a sudden it's like a giant arena, people, and you're like, oh my god, this is awesome.
You don't really get octagon jitters?
I don't. Like, look, it takes me a little bit, like I get going, but like the excitement is just getting pumped up knowing that I'm going to be ready to fight now. It's like, okay, let's put all this hard work to the test and let's just go.
Outside of getting a belt, are you what else do you want to like fight for, if that makes sense?
I think, like for me, as a martial artist, I'm fighting to just, really just going for that belt, but also testing myself against the best in the world and just really, that's the way to do it. Test what I'm doing, what I'm working so hard towards, and really displaying it in front of everybody. At the same time, I'm fighting to show like my students, it's like, look, you want something. It's not gonna be easy. It's like you can't quit, man. Keep pushing. It's gonna be tough. There's gonna be ups. There's gonna be downs. You're gonna win. You're gonna lose. But it's doesn't mean that's it. You get yourself up and you keep freaking going until you make it. And not just relating to fighting, but just in life in general. Like, you want it, go get it. Took me a while to get into the UFC because I had to take different roads to get there. And then, I finally made it. I could have just called quits at the Contender Series and been like, I didn't get a contract, you know what, whatever. But I'm like, nah, keep training. The opportunity's going to come. And then, sure enough, it did.
Yeah, where were you when you got the call for the first UFC fight?
No, I was training.
I should have expected that.
I was staying ready. Look, afterwards, like it was like a 2-minute disappointment because I didn't get the contract. But then I was like, just go back, heal up, train, and just get back on it. And sure enough, my teammate Shane and my manager Dave Fish reached out and they were like, yo, he's ready. Give him the fight in Boston. And next you know, Charles Rosa got hurt, pulled out, and they were like, yo, here's the spot. Take it. I'm like, sweet.
There you go. Speaking of UFC Boston, that's coming up. You going to be watching that one?
Yeah, especially that co-main event.
Oh, my God, man. I'm so excited, dude. I don't know who's going to win that. Because The thing about Jeremy Stevens is he either gets like outpointed or he just like basically kills the other
Yeah.
like fighter. So
I
it's
think
just,
he's more fired up than ever, especially because of the way Yair was.
mm-hmm,
Like, it's like, dude, you poked him in the eye. You know, it's something. Of course, it happens, but it's
exactly.
like, but then you're throwing like a tantrum because of the way it went. It's like, you know, and then it's like you're trying to call him out. I feel like it's like, dude, sorry, it happens. Like, let's reschedule this instead of trying to like, you know. But of course, everyone's trying to hype up their own fight. I get it.
Yeah.
So, whatever.
Yeah, I'm real interested. Did you see what Jeremy said at the weigh-ins today?
He goes like, if he doesn't die, it's like it doesn't really count. That's
Yeah.
like something Mike Tyson said.
Yeah, man. I love Jeremy. He's got the most craziest intensity.
That dude's been around for a while. He's fought the who's who's.
He really has, man. Like, it's crazy to think that he's fought almost 30 fights in the UFC.
Yeah.
And he looks better, like, every fight out. It's the craziest thing.
Yeah.
I guess you can tell that I definitely want Jeremy Stevens to win. What do you have any dream matchups, or are you just trying to go through the rankings?
I'm just climbing as I go. Yeah, because it's like, you know, eventually I'm gonna cross paths with a lot of these people. So I'm just goes like, okay, this is the next person I'm gonna fight. Cool, let's get it. All right, next person. This is the next person I'm gonna fight. Okay, cool, let's go for it. So,
That makes sense. Just keep giving what they give you, or taking what they give you.
exactly.
Well, I appreciate you taking the time and doing this in your busy
Man.
schedule.
I know it's been a little crazy, and I was trying to get this set up. But look, thank you for working with me on this one.
Oh, yeah, of course, man. You're the fighter. I'm just the regular guy working the 9 to 5, just trying to make a living doing this.
I hear you.